Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and hope everybody out there is doing fine. I want to apologize for uh, not doing a live show for the last 2 weeks. Actually, I haven't done any video on the car or anything in the last 2 weeks. Uh, Granddaughters came, and about halfway through their visit, they gave us a cold, and it was a sinus infection, come to find out. And it just knocked the living crap out of me. Actually, at one time I was coughing so bad that I pulled my back out, and it's just starting to feel good again. So, again, I apologize for not doing it, but hey, if you're not feeling good and you're not feeling well, and trying to do something like this, it's almost impossible to sit there and at least keep uh, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Probably a steady flow of things going on to entertain everybody. So, but we had a good time with the granddaughters. Yep, they were all here. We got them these drones that you turn on and you flip it up and it takes off and it hovers, and there are sensors all around it, and it's like playing catch with uh, with it. And this is Emily's, and I have to fix it. And I already fixed it once. One of the props came off, and there are a total of four of them. If you can see them, there's one there, and one there. So, but we're headed to Dallas, probably the second weekend in February. So I got to fix it and take it to her. And, and, but this time I'm gonna glue the blade on, and hopefully it'll stay this time. The car we started on, I'll do a video tomorrow. We started on the stereo. I'm lining up parts, the additional parts that I need for the car. Uh, Door panels, speaker enclosures. I'm thinking of putting the tweeters up in the A pillar. I was talking to ASIC Eric. Uh, if you want, I'll show you his show. He's doing a second gen, yeah, third gen. I don't know, second or third gen Camaro Z28, and we were talking about placing the tweeters, and he had reminded me something that I had totally forgotten about, that the tweeters have to be up high. They can't be down low. And in doing that, I'm starting to go out and get some pods, some speaker pods that'll fit up in the eight pillars. And I just want to gather all the parts here before I jump back into it. I have the backup camera I got to install. I started installing the 6x9s. I got one in. I got one to go. T-Dub had the rear, the woofer in the trunk along with the amplifier, and it started wiring that. He had moved up to the deck, and when I cut out the radio, because the kid who had the car before me hashed that all up, and I cut it all out and put different sheet metal in there, and then I took a basket from a Kenwood deck I had, and that's what the size of the opening. Well, the opening's just a little bit too small, so I'm going to have to get a sanding disc out and sit there and clean out the opening to sit there and get it to where I could put the stereo basket in, so we can finish installing the deck. T-Dub's probably going to be here in March. He's got another meeting with the local chapter of the AFSA, and hopefully I get him to come in a day or so early, and we get this finished up. The ATC 70, Pat got that running. And speaking of T-Dub and Pat, they're going to be here, but they don't. T-Dub's on his way home, I guess, or Pat's on his way home, and I don't know what T-Dub is up to right about now. So we'll see. Let's see if I can find it. And oh, I found it. Let me start it over. Oh no, that's Emily. Hold on, or Elena. Just as I get going. It wouldn't idle because the carburetor was all goofed up. So we are going to take, when we go in 2 weeks, we're going to take a carburetor kit and we're going to rebuild the carburetor. T-Dub left here with it. He had a trailer, and it was one of the first things to put in the trailer. But yeah, it's now in Grapevine, Texas, and he had it in there. Here, let's do this. Anybody cares to join me? There's the link. And so he, when we go there, we're going to rebuild the carburetor, and then it'll be running. It fired up on Pat on the second pull. I mean, it was unbelievable that it'd sit there and it'd fire up. But the carburetor was just leaking like a sieve. So that is no longer in the garage, and so that's gone. So we're just back on the Camaro if I ever feel up to it, to sit there and start laying around a cold concrete floor and working in that cold garage. Well, with the heater, it's not that cold. But that's where we're at on that. This is the first beer I've had in 3 weeks, too. I was thinking on a few things. Dizzy no longer does live shows. He wanted time for himself and Tina, which I can understand, and everything else. And Sunday, Hazy announced that he is no longer going to do, well, he's got 4 more shows to do. And then he's no longer going to do live shows. So he's going to take a break from it. And I can't figure out why everybody's taking a break from it. But then I decided to come up with a different format for the live shows. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need a co-host to sit there and help me. And what I did is I practiced a little bit with it on Hazy's show last Sunday. Is I took the laptop out. Excuse me. I took the laptop out in the garage and hooked it up. Put this camera that I have here on a tripod. And then I got a 20-foot USB cable, and I figured that I can work on the Camaro or do stuff on the Camaro, but in doing it that way, I can't see the chat. Now, the whole idea of this is somebody in the chat to sit there and to say something, and for you to be able to answer them or acknowledge them that they're in the chat. If not, then, I mean, if you don't acknowledge anybody in the chat, then what the heck's doing live shows on? The whole thing is communication, you know? And so that's where the co-host will come in, to where he would sit there, he or she would sit there and be able to read to me what is going on in the chat. So I'm thinking of trying this, but I got to find somebody who's willing to sit there and stick with me for the full 2 hours as being a co-host. And I'll talk to Pat tomorrow night when he comes up for dinner. And I'll talk to T-Dub and see if he wants to do it. And maybe with Kenny, Street Rider, and see if he wants to do it, or try to find somebody who wants to do it. And then we'll start doing live shows from out in the garage while I'm working on the Camaro. I still have a lot of work to do. I got the spoiler to paint. I got the front bumper to sit there and work on to finish up. I want to make it smooth. So I got to weld in the bolts and then take it to that guy who will TIG weld everything in for me, which make it nice. And then I got to prime and paint that, and then we got all the interior work to do, and we can't really start the interior work until we get all the wiring for the stereo done, because I want to get that all routed and everything else. And so when I get ready to start laying the Dynamat, I know where all that's going. And no, it's not going under the Dynamat. It'll be on top of the Dynamat, but I just still need to know where that's all going. And you don't want to be crawling around in that car on top of the Dynamat, ripping and tearing that stuff up. So, so that's basically what I've been doing, is just sitting around on the couch, doing a lot of sleeping, taking a lot of drugs, trying to knock this cold out. I'm all off the antibiotics and all the other stuff. And so we will see what happens. So let's see. Talked about that, and that's about it. I'm still trying to figure out why everybody's giving up the live shows, because it only takes 2 hours out of your day. And if you even do a prep, I do a prep, and that's an hour and a half I do sitting there trying to get everything together. And if I make notes and stuff, on what I want to talk about. I mean, that's basically it. So, but that's all. I hope everybody had a good Christmas and a happy New Year's. Our New Year's was in box of Kleenex alongside you and blowing your nose constantly, and, and that was it. Christmas was great. The kids were great, and it was great having them. The only thing is, like 2 weeks went by so freaking fast, it was ridiculous. Evelyn and Emily now are tall enough to where they can actually stand and look at the pool table, look down at the pool table. And this was the time I wanted to start teaching them how to shoot pool. Hi, Monica. What's going on? Getting over it, Monica. Just getting over it. And the funny thing about it is the 6-month-old Elena, 6-month-old granddaughter, which you saw on my last live show, she was the one that was giving it to everybody. She had it and she was down. She was feeling miserable for about 4 days, but she, you all got to hold the granddaughter, so I got it. Pat got it. T-Dub didn't get it. I don't know. I don't think Chrissy got it. And I don't think Evelyn or Emily got it, but Nancy got it. Pat's girlfriend, Robin, got it. Everybody who came in contact with that young lady ended up getting it. And so it's been a butt kicker for about 2 weeks now. So I just got tired of it, and I said, I'm going to have a cocktail or two and be done with it. So, but it went by too fast. I wanted to teach Evelyn and Emily how to shoot pool. And next thing I know, it's the Friday, the T-Dub, it was tied up. It had stuff to do for work here. And then he got the trailer, and Saturday morning he gets up early at 6 a.m. and we start loading, and he set it off to Dallas at 9. And then I had to call him up just as he was getting into Henderson, getting ready to cross the dam, and tell him he needed to come back here because he left his M1 or his AR. He brought his AR with him because another thing, him and Pat were supposed to go out shooting. They never made it because time flew by. And he brought his mountain bike, and him and Pat were going to go out mountain biking, and they were never able to do that because of time, and the weather was quite shitty, excuse the expression, over the holidays here. So I mean, we were rain and cold and everything, so it wasn't great mountain biking weather. But yeah, next week we're going to be all in the 60s. So, but yeah, so I mean, it's before you knew it, they were packing up and getting ready to head for home. And now we're sitting there looking. I'm making hotel reservations and airline reservations, getting ready to head back there, So I got to remember to bring all the Henderson Fire Department patches I got so I could start trading with some of the Dallas folks, so I could get some new patches, and for his little museum. So, but that's basically what I've been doing. It's constantly blowing my nose. I did go through one coughing attack to where it popped my back. I felt it the minute I did it. I felt it, and then I started walking around here like a pretzel, or a question mark actually. And then the other thing was then I've been kicking around doing the heating pad because the heating pad relieves it, but then when you get off the heating pad, it's still there. So I mean, the best thing to do to me with my back was to let it go naturally unless it gets too bad. And that's what I did, and now it's feeling a lot better. So, Monica, you at work? You want to come on? I put the link in if you want to join us. Pat will be here shortly. See, now I just twinged my back there. That's why the face. Pat will be here, and so will T-Dub. So we're just waiting on them. Again, I talked about doing the format change, doing live in the garage, but I want to work on the car. If I'm going to do live in the garage, I want to work on the car. And if I'm going to work on the car, I need somebody to look at the comments. And again, I got a 20-foot USB cable extension cord, so I can take the camera around and actually show you guys what I'm working on. So I figured that would be interesting. And okay, Monica, you're more than welcome to join us or join me. And so that's what I was saying. That's what I got planned on doing, or trying. I'm thinking of doing, but I need commitment of somebody for the full 2 hours of the show, because the minute they bail, then nobody's going to be able to read the comments. And again, the whole idea of going live and getting people to watch you is to intermix with them and read the comments, and so so you acknowledge their presence in the chat. I mean, that's the least you can do for people taking the time to watch your show. I mean, so Breezy's Bike Shop, what's going on? How are you doing? Oh, on the plane? You mean the Coursera building? I haven't even worked on that in the 2 weeks I've been down. The Corsair is the wings are glued on. The horizontal stabilizer is glued on. Again, I could do a live show from up in the hobby room, but again, I need somebody to join in to do it. I would love to do that and work on a model. And the wings are glued on. Where the wings glue on, that section of fuselage, you still there's a radius that has to go in and be covered then with tissue. I started putting that on, and again, with this cold that hit me roughly around the 25th, 26th of December, I haven't been doing much of anything, Breezy. It's been sitting back and taking it easy, and this is probably the best I felt. Well, last Sunday I was feeling pretty good, but this is probably the best I felt, enough to have a cocktail or two today, and do a live show, because I wasn't going to do a live show if I was feeling like crap. I mean, that's probably the worst thing to do, sit there sniffling, coughing, everything else, and try to make something entertaining for somebody. Is not my idea of. I'm not going to spend 2 hours watching somebody blow their nose all the time and suffering through a cold. It's not my idea of being Mr. Excitement. So, but it was fun with the kids. Like I said, I every time I go with them, I thoroughly enjoy it. What was really funny was on over the holidays, I have certain menu items that I'll always do, and one I stopped doing was Shandog. What's going on? Happy New Year to you and to your family. But what I don't like doing the Thanksgiving dinner. It's so much work and so much effort. The last 2 years I cooked a Thanksgiving dinner, I was just so exhausted and so tired I didn't feel like eating, so I didn't eat anything. And so I just sat there, and we go out for Thanksgiving dinner. There's a little place called Mimi's Cafe. This past Thanksgiving, Pat and Robin did it, so we went to their house, but I won't do Thanksgiving. Christmas, I do a ham, and then New Year's Day, I smoke a prime rib. So on New Year's Day, T-Dub had brought his dogs up here, and Violet is a puppy, and she's one crazy dog. And Angel's a little Chihuahua, bigger than Patrick's teacup Chihuahua. Oh, excuse me. And so T-Dub we brought his dogs, and they're at Chrissy's mom's house, because she has a whole bunch of dogs, so they're all getting along. So he went down and got Angel and brought him up to the house, and that was funny because Dexter kept trying to hump Angel, and we kept telling Dexter he's a boy dog. Come on, knock it off. I should have videoed it and put it on, but yep, he was sitting there trying to do it. But the funny thing is when the prime rib, we cut the bones off, and you get a good sized bone on a prime rib. And I turned around and I gave Angel his and gave Dexter his, and Dexter has no front teeth whatsoever. All he's got is insiders and back to the molars. And so watching him sitting there trying to gum his bone to death, and he did a good job on it. It was a 5-bone prime rib, and we cut up the bones, and I gave them all to Chrissy, so when she took Angel back to her mom's house, that she could give all her mom's they got all bones. So it was fun, along with Violet, who was there. Shandog, I cook prime rib every Christmas on the grill, slow cook. I smoke mine. We smoke it over hickory. And next year, I think I'm going to change the wood up. I'm going to probably not do as hard a wood as hickory. I might do it in like an apple or a cherry wood, something a little lighter on the smoke, and see how that tastes. But I tried smoke. The first year I tried smoking it, it came out so good that we've never cooked it in the oven since. It's always been on the smoker. But that's the best way to me to cook a prime rib is on the smoker. Oh, you do a 15-pound boneless? We do bone in. What we do is where I go to the butcher I go to, I tell him to do the easy carve, and what he does is he'll carve the bone away from me for me, but then he'll put it back on and tie it up. So then as it smokes, you're getting from the bone, all the juices from the bone and everything are going into the meat. And so when you get all done cooking it, all you do is cut the string and then the bone slides back and then you just slice it up if you got dogs and to give them the bone. But I've always done bone in. To me, there's no other way. Get the extra juices. Direct heat, 220 around 5 hours. We were 7 hours at 250, roughly 250. It got down to 225, but we were maintaining 250 degrees with hickory. We used hickory, Shandog, and it came out. I mean, this is probably the 5th or 6th year that I've been smoking them now, and it came out good. It was a lot of prime rib. Pat wanted leftovers, so I told him, I said, okay. And he carved up his leftovers and took them, so I wonder how long. Oh, it was good. Hold on. Let me look here. This is where I could use somebody else while I look at something. Look for something. So, yeah. Oh, here it is. But it's a video. Okay. Go to my videos on January 1st, 2019, or the 2nd. I think I loaded it up. I'm not going to play the whole video. But that was last year's prime rib. But I thought I got a still picture of one. Oh, that's when it snowed. You want to see something funny? Hold on. This was, hold on. This was 2011. In front of my house in 2011. So hang on. Yeah, there's a rarity in Vegas. That was my black SS 2010 Camaro. You can barely see it in the garage. That there's the 68. So yeah. So yeah, let's see. So trying to sit there and find. I was trying to find a picture of one of the ones we smoked. But look at my old videos, last year's video. I did the video, put it together on the 1st of January last year in 2019. And look and take a look at my old videos and see it. And that was last year's. So let's see what's going on here, Shandog. This year I had half left over. Some company didn't show up. More for me. You got to love it when that happens. Thanks, Breezy. I'm getting real close. You want to hug back? You're going to have some content soon. I will. I'm reading chat, guys. What I'm saying is that hugger. Okay. I'm a supporter just getting started. There you go. All right. Oh, I have wood and propane smoker. I love smoking meats too. Mine's a wood. We get chunks. My primary is hickory. I love doing brisket and hickory. And like I said, next year we're going to try something different. We're going to try probably a fruit wood like an apple or a cherry. You have 7 grills, Shandog? I only got 2. I got 1 propane, 1 charcoal, and one smoker. And the charcoal and the smoker are a combination grill. Damn, 7 grills. So, but let's see. So the prime rib is excellent smoked. To me, there's no other way to cooking it. But if you go to the butcher, tell them you want the easy carve. If you get it bone in, tell them to give you the easy carve. And like I said, as he cuts it off, okay, the bone off, so it's easy for you to carve. But then he ties it all back together, so then as you're smoking it, you're still getting the juices marinating through the meat from the bone and the bone marrow and everything else. Blackstone, I heard that's a good grill. So how do you like it, Shandog? You like the Blackstone? You do? Oh, because it's time. I'm getting ready to get a new one, and I want to try. And it's probably going to be. I won't be able to get a good smoker if I do this, but I'd like to get one grill to where one side is propane, and then the other side is the smoker or charcoal. Because I still like cooking on charcoal rather than propane. I use the propane when it's just Nancy and I. And that works out great. But when I have a big crowd or Pat's family comes over and everything else, his crew, then I like to use the charcoal. And doing the charcoal, then we end up with doing s'mores for dessert type thing. It's just sort of. Hold it. You Dizzy just texted me. Love the shirt you're wearing. Sorry, buddy, I don't have live shows anymore. I'm watching. Cheers, Dizzy. Well, say something in the chat, Dizzy. so yeah. So that's what I'm looking for. Char Griller has one, and I'm thinking about going that route because the smoker I got is a Char Griller, but we'll see. Susie 2, anyone? Susie 2, anyone? Was watching Billy and Gypsy, then this stream started. Well, how's it going, Susie? Welcome. You Dizzy's watching, but I guess he's not going to put anything in the stream or in the chat. But yeah, the shirt I got on, Dizzy commented on the shirt. The shirt I got on is City of North Las Vegas. It's for the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Pat got me the shirt, and I like wearing it. But then, Dizzy, I gave one of these to T-Dub, and it's now at the AFSA. So Chief J is too funny, Shandog. Okay. Tina, love, hi, beautiful. David Collins, what's going on? Already missed the You Dizzy show. I think everybody misses the You Dizzy show. David, the 3-wheeler's done. We started it up over the holidays. Carburetor leaked like a sieve for sitting for 30 some odd years. But T-Dub took it with him. It's back in Texas. And we are going to go there in probably the second week of February. Cole Anderson, what's going on? Loveland, Colorado. Okay. You didn't see Dizzy? Dizzy emailed me and it popped up on the screen. Let's see. Because I sent him the link. Hold on. Sent him the link and it came through on Google Hangouts. That's where he said, love the shirt you're wearing. Sorry, buddy, but I don't do live shows anymore. But I'm watching. Cheers, Dizzy. Awesomeness. Thank you. So so he's watching. He might not doing. You can't even do the chat, Dizzy. Come on. There are plenty of carb videos on YouTube. Easy fix. Oh yeah, Pat took it apart, David, and had it apart. We figured we could sit there and hopefully pull it apart and maybe put it back together if we were easy on the gaskets. And we pulled it apart, and it just, we cleaned it out, and there were a couple of O-rings that in my O-ring kit I couldn't match up. They were just a little bit too thick, and then they weren't the right diameter, and a few other things. So we just figured we order a carb kit and get it in there. But we're going to take it with us when we go in February, and we'll rebuild it in February. I will do a video on it, and we'll see how it runs then. Yeah, if it wasn't for you, Dizzy, I wouldn't have met a lot of people. That's for sure. But I could see somebody wanting to take a break. And I think there is another alternative that why Dizzy did it, and I can understand that too. It's not, I'm not nice. You're not nice, Monica. Why aren't you nice? Oh, we're getting a carb kit, David. Yeah, or believe it or not, Amazon had it. We got it on Amazon. So yeah. I think it was like $25. We got it. So we'll get it. And then when we get to Texas and we get it running and everything else, we'll see how bad the girls can tear up T-Dub's backyard. So just being funny, you don't laugh. Bob. Well, who doesn't laugh, Monica? Who are you talking about? I think on Hazy's show, I sat there and we were picking on Dizzy last Sunday, but he didn't comment. So I don't know. But anyway, hope everybody's having a good Friday out there. I hope the start of your weekend, and we'll see. With Dizzy not doing a live show, so I guess he's not going to have a hot dog party this year. So I don't know if I could sit there and put something together. I turned 70 this year, so we've been thinking of doing. Glad to hear it, Monica. Glad you're doing amazing. So we're thinking of putting a 70th birthday party together, and see what happens on that. But again, I got to talk to my two sons because I can't handle it all by myself. You know, I'm an old fart, so have to see what happens. Monica has been smiling all day. Okay, why has she been smiling? Can I come to? I don't care. Come to the party. I'm going to put the invite out to everybody. If I get a head count, I'll even go to a hotel and see if I get a room discount for a number of rooms. I have been Shandog. See, you got to see, this is why I said if I do this other format, you got to sit there and be always in the chat and sitting there looking at the chat. I mean, because it's just the people take the time to watch your live show and then they're in the chat. You got to acknowledge the guys in the chat. I mean, you got to answer their comments. You got to do that. And if I do a live show from the garage, then I'm going to be wrenching on the Camaro, and how am I going to be, or whatever project I got going on, and how am I going to be able to turn around and look at the monitor? And I'm going to be on the laptop, so it'll be StreamYard's chat, and theirs real slow because I got two monitors sitting in front of me, and on the right monitor is the live of what's going out, and on the left monitor is what I got looking at my channel on YouTube, where I could see the chat, because the chat comes faster on YouTube than it does on StreamYards. So then I can be in touch and acknowledge everybody who's in the chat. So that's the whole thing. So if I go out in the garage and do it, it's going to be on the laptop. There's not going to be, there won't be, I won't be able to open another screen unless I hook another monitor up to it. And I don't have another. Oh, wait, do I have an? I think I got another monitor. I don't know if I got another monitor. And hook another monitor up to it, and then we count. So count me in. Can you recommend a hotel? Oh, David, there's a lot of places around. This is Hotel City, but you want to be up by me, and we're at the very west end of town. Red Rock Hotel and Casino is up by us, but they're going to charge you probably about $100 a night. Let me look around and see what's around, like a Holiday Inn or something along those lines, and we'll put it together. Hey, if we put this together and we get enough people, I'll call a buddy of mine who does tours out at Hoover Dam, and we'll get a tour together, and we go out to Hoover Dam, and his tours are outrageous. He takes you all around, and I'll get a van we can haul everybody together, and then I'll do nickel. We'll go up to Mount Charleston, up to the lodge up there, and we can sit there and do a whole bunch of other stuff, take you around, rather than sitting there gambling. Gambling is not the main thing to do. Everyone should understand you're showing us your project. Hard to answer, Pete. Yeah. But still, Shandog, if I have somebody co-host it with me who can yell out, he's in here and yell out and tell, hey, Tom, you got this answer, you got this question. I don't drive, so nothing out on the highway. All right. I'll come and get you, David. And so we'll smoke a brisket or something. So then I get the co-host to sit there and to look at the chat and to sit there and yell at me the questions that anybody has, and I can sit there and answer them. That's the whole idea of it. To me, the whole idea of a live show is the chat, because you get people watching and they want to ask questions, and you got to acknowledge them and give them feedback and answer the questions. Now you're talking brisket. I'm talking brisket if I throw a party for my 70th birthday in May. That's what I'm talking. And I do a mean brisket too. But yeah, so I mean, that's my idea of for if I do the live show out of the garage. So that's what I have envisioned, in other words. So anybody wants to volunteer 2 hours of their time on a Friday afternoon, Vegas time, starting at 2:30, going to 4:30, and be co-host of the show, fine. I'll give you the hookup, and all you need to do is sit there and watch the chat and help me answer questions. That's the whole gig to me. Email the details. David, you got my email address? I think I put it out there when I was getting the compressor together for you, Dizzy. Is when I get it together, I'll sit there and my email address is simple. It's tanoble@cox.net. So email me and we'll see what we can do. And I'd love to have everybody out, including Dizzy and Hazy. But I don't know if either one of them are going to be available if they're not doing live shows, or if they're not, let's say, partaking anymore. The only videos coming up on that I've seen from you, Dizzy, have been fire videos, which I love, but I haven't seen him in his shop working on anything. But then he was as sick as I was, so I suspect his butt is dragging just as much as mine was or is, and I suspect he didn't make too much time down to his shop, which is totally understandable. And yeah, it's this thing knocks you down, man. It just you don't feel like doing anything. I thought that I would catch up on some of my shows on the DVR, and I didn't even do that. I was sleeping all the time. Love to be there. That is such a wonderful invite. Looking forward to it. Well, David, if we put it together, the invite goes out to everybody who wants to join. I just need a head count. And if we get a lot of people and a head count, I will go to one of the local hotels. There are a couple of like Best Westerns or Holiday Inns, some of the smaller hotels. And I will go and sit there and see if I get a discount on a room discount for the number of people that we're bringing in. And we can do it there. And then depending upon you, Dizzy and Hazy, let's say this. I have enough to put up two people, but Hazy is going to bring 4 people. So we'll see. I know. So how many who get that one went to the hospital? Was that at Dizzy's last one? Was it a Captain Jerk that went to the hospital? David? So, but yeah, that'll be a fun time. Smoke a brisket, drink some beer, contemplate the universe. I can fit about, let's see, there could be 8 people out there on the patio. There can be 11 people inside the house. Up in the game room, we can fit a couple more. I mean, I could probably fit about 20 people here. Oh, talking about the flu. Yeah, the flu's kicking the heck out of everybody across the I think we had, what did they report? 4 or 5 deaths here with the flu so far. So, and I don't usually get sick because I don't get out. When I was a fire inspector and I was getting out, and during the flu season, it was either elbows or fist. I wouldn't shake anybody's hand. I always had a bottle of hand sanitizer in my truck, and that was it. And I hardly got sick, knock on wood. But then when I retired, I didn't ever get sick because I wasn't going out to meeting anybody. The only time I went out in public was when we went grocery shopping and stuff like that. And then we used the hand sanitizer on the handles of the shopping cart and, and just watched what you touched, who you touched, and everything else. And I get a 6-month-old granddaughter come here after she visited her other grandparents. That's not accusing anybody, mind you. And she comes back and decides to pass a cold around. And it turned into a sinus infection. And so, yeah. But this has been the first time in 5 years that I've actually caught a cold and been sick. It's okay. I guess my buddy of mine sat there and he says, drink more tequila. It'll burn the stuff out. That's what I'm doing. God, where's Pat? I'm going to have to get another beer. So, yeah, but the flu's kicking the heck out of everybody. I was getting a flu shot every year, but then this past 5 years, I haven't gotten a flu shot. Doctor gave me, 3 years ago, this flu shot that it's a booster that lasts 5 years or something. My doctor did, and he sat there and he said, don't worry about flu shots for the next 5 years. And so I sat there and said, okay. And he gave it to me like about 3 years ago. So I haven't gotten a flu shot. since. So probably here in a year or two, next year or next season, I'll probably get a flu shot. But my mom was a registered nurse, and I used to joke with her all the time. And I sat there and I says, now, think the logic through here. And she goes, okay. I says, you're perfectly healthy, okay? Not a cold. Hold on, wait. Knock on wood. I went and saw folks over Christmas and didn't catch anything. My brother get what they call the fake flu, okay? And so I'd sit there and say, all right, Mom. I says, you're perfectly healthy. Everything else. You go and get a flu shot. Flu shot is part of the strain of the flu that you're getting, the different strains that are floating around, and they give you a flu shot to sit there and it help you build up your immune system. So why would you inject your body with a virus when you're healthy already? Didn't make sense. So, and I used to bust her jaws. And being a registered nurse, she used to yell at me a lot for not getting a flu shot. And but what's it, 3 years ago, I was going through my have a physical in November. Wait, hold on. Yeah, November. I would see my doctor. I see him every 6 months, and I'd see my doctor, and he goes, uh-oh, David's you Dizzy just sent me something. And I would go see him. Went and saw him, and he says, I'll give you this. It's a flu shot / ammonia, and not to get pneumonia and everything else, shot and everything else, and it's good for 5 years. And I said, okay, fine, give it to me. And so that's the last time I had one. Okay, what's this?
Hey Tom, I just wanted to send you this little video clip. Look, this is the wall. Everything's gone off the wall, so you Dizzy doesn't live on a set anymore. But I'm also watching your show, if you can see. There you are, right there, Tom. So I am watching the show, but in the background, and you be. Hey,
Okay, Dizzy sent something, so I'm going to share it. So hang on. Okay, here we go.
Hey Tom, I just wanted to send you this little video clip. Look, this is the wall. Everything's gone off the wall, so you Dizzy doesn't live on a set anymore. But I'm also watching your show, if you can see. There you are, right there, Tom. So I am watching the show, but in the background, and you be good. And thanks for all your help, But I was sick of living on a TV set, and it was just getting to me. So enjoy your show.
Okay. Thanks, David, or you Dizzy. So let's tell you where you Dizzy's at. All right. So now I got to get my computer back to where it was. So did everybody catch that from you Dizzy? God, he took all the stickers and everything down. So he's totally out of YouTube then, except for making his videos, I guess. That's weird. That is weird. So, okay, knock on wood. I went to the folks. Okay, that's David Collins. Okay, Shandog. I would never get a flu shot. The Dizimator. Okay. Yeah. So I could see, like I said, I could see Dizzy doing it to a certain extreme. I don't load all my stickers. When I do a live garage shot, I'll show you where all my stickers are. There'll have to be parental guidance on it, because there was a gentleman that hasn't made a video in a long time, that had a real unique sticker, and he he hasn't made I haven't seen a video from him. I don't know if he's still doing them. I'll have to look it up and see. And his sticker was, let's say, colorful to say the least. And so when I do it, I'll parental guidance, do that and warn everybody, because it is, some people find it offensive. Some people sit there and just go roll with the flow because it's funny to me. It's different taste for different people. Was it different strokes for different folks type thing? I don't know. So, but yeah. But then we should pick on Hazy, I guess. Should we hold his branding iron hostage? Because I got it, and actually it's in the garage. I wanted to send him a 6-pack of his living room was the set. Dizzy will be fine. I do miss the builds in the shop. I hope he does more builds in the shop videos, David. Yeah, those were fun. And plus, we got him that air compressor, and he still has never piped it. And I don't know if he's still staying in that shop or if he's got to move. But yeah, I'd love to see him finish up the piping on that and get that compressor all set up to where it is and everything. I mean, that would be choice to sit there and see that. And then plus all the builds he's got. So yeah. So what was I talking before that? Now I can't remember. CRS moment. But yeah, it would be it'd be fun. But again, it is what it is. So like I said, we ought to go back and hold Hazy Days branding iron for hostage. But I did tell him I wanted to send a 6-pack of Chubb beer along with it, Old Chubb as it's called. And hey, Tom, can I say hello real quick? My boss should be back in 5. Yeah, jump on, Monica. You want it? You can hold down the fort while I go get a beer. I think I should have moved. Don't quote me. Okay, I heard him say that, David, about his shop. Dizzy is the type of person that appreciates anything. That he's just a great guy, in my opinion. Yeah, he is. He's an awesome guy. He's an awesome guy. So there it is, Monica. Jump on. You come on. I'm going to go get another beer. You can hold down the fort for 15. Well, it won't take me 15 minutes to hold down the fort. And then we'll sit there and you can get off again before your boss gets back. Or your boss can come on the show too. I don't care. Oh, here we are.
Hello.
There she is.
Here
Hello.
I am. Hello.
Okay. You want to hold the fort down for a minute?
Oh yeah. Let me go pop that chat up.
I need more alcohol.
I hear ya. I know what
Okay.
that's like.
All right. Now if I get up, my back still hurts.
Okay, we'll get up slowly.
I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, Dizzy's pretty great. How you guys doing? Happy Friday. I'm just folding poster paper to cut. We got a big Martin Luther King Day event we do every year. No one has anything to say to me? I'm an admin for a nonprofit organization. I'm an office worker. It's a little different being a service learning organization. So a little different. We have a lot of events. Happy Friday, David. Yeah, I was a little slow this morning on Jimmy C couldn't drink last night because he's on antibiotics, and so I had to take his shots. It was not fun. I never want to be Jimmy C again.
You had to take his shots.
Yeah, because Jimmy's been sick and he's on antibiotics, so he can't drink. So he has his Thirsty Thursdays. so I had to do his drinks, and I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, this is the beer I want to send with Hazy's branding iron.
Old Chub, rare girth. That's hilarious. I wonder if it tastes good, that Old Chub.
It is. It's 8% alcohol by volume.
8%.
Yeah. It's a Scotch ale.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Pat was T-Dub was the one that told me about that.
Huh. If I go quiet and disappear real quick, that means my boss came back in.
Okay, I understand.
It's been a long time since I actually got on stream at work.
Yeah.
I mean, on anybody's chat. It's just been too busy.
So Jimmy C shows on Thursday?
Thursday nights, yeah. But maybe a little. Oh, well, no, you're Vegas. Yeah, so I think we started about just before 8 last night, California time.
Okay, I'll have to look. I'll make a note right now.
Yeah, we have a good time.
Where are my boys tonight? Pat's supposed to be on. He said he's on his way home. And T-Dub said he was going to be on. I'll text him and tell him people are wondering.
Tell Pat. I'm waiting to see him. Just kidding. Kind of.
Okay, I'm texting him.
Yeah.
That was nice of Dizzy making that video.
Yeah.
Man, his living room is definitely Jimmy C. You said 8 p.m. our time?
Well, it varies. But
You're telling me
normally,
he's not consistent?
no, because sometimes he's waiting on me to get back from work. Because, I go on with him. I'm his co-host, which I would love to do for you and just read chat, but I'm at work when you do yours.
Yeah.
But, so it depends. And sometimes, he has to finish dinner with Doris. So, but usually by, and I think he would like it at 7 our time and 10 his.
Mm-hmm.
Because we'll go to it was 12 something, I think I went to bed. And it's like 3 a.m. his time.
Damn.
Yeah, well, he's a night guy, though.
Oh,
3 a.m.'s not much for him.
I forgot to sit there and tell. Well, Dizzy's still watching. But Dizzy, when T-Dub was here, NFPA Journal, National Fire Protection Association, you can see that Out of the Flames 20 years later, the Worcester cold storage fire. If you want, once I get done reading it, and if this is T-Dub's copy, I don't know if he wanted it back or not. Uh-oh, hold on. Here's Pat. Well, there was Pat.
That's not Pat.
I'm here.
That's a wall.
You're just looking at the ceiling.
How come?
Guys, I can't hold the phone and play at the same time.
Well, prop the phone where I can see you, buddy.
Easier said than done.
Just do it. David, no, they're closed Monday, and it's actually a holiday for us, but we co-host an event with the city every year, so I get my holiday hours as well as the hours of working.
MLK?
Martin Luther King Jr. Day?
Yeah. Uh-oh. All right, what are you playing, Pat?
Grand Theft Auto.
You started that when T-Dub was here.
I watched a lot of GTA. My friend Eway Smike plays.
Yeah, I'm playing online right now. I'm trying not to get killed. I actually have a lot of money I need to deposit, so I'm racing home.
Yeah.
Well,
They still have the double monies going on?
Yeah.
Is that the casino one?
Yeah, the casino heist.
Yeah. Have you won any of the cars?
No, not yet.
Like he said something about if you like don't win and then you exit and then come back in, you can like try the wheel again or something like that.
Something like that. But I think you got to wait every day. It's only like once a day you can spin it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So, Pat, have you played with your drone?
A little bit, not a lot.
Oh, okay.
I
I showed everybody them.
Oh, which one was that? Evelyn or Emily's?
Emily's, the prop came off again. I haven't glued it back on. Last time I
Okay.
pressed it back on, this time I'm going to glue it on.
I only had $2,500 in my pocket. Okay.
It's a good community event, David, but I wish I had the day off. You know, MLK's Martin Luther King's thing is saying everyone can be great because anyone can serve. And every year I say, I'm going to be mediocre this year. I'm going to be mediocre and I'm not going to work. But I always have to work it. I'm tired of being great. Since 2011, I haven't had the day off.
Don't move, Dexter. You're holding the phone up for me.
Yeah. Hold Dexter.
Dexter was a humping fool when Angel was here.
Yeah, he got his action the other day.
Oh,
He got his hump on. He got his hump on.
Yeah, we took him over to the girl who used to own him, and she has some females.
So you're a dog.
Dexter got,
So you're a dog.
Dexter got it. So to speak, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm getting drunk right now.
You get drunk
I'm
right now.
jealous. I got drunk last night.
What are you drinking? Oh. Oh.
Yeah, my guy's getting drunk.
Oh, yeah, those shots.
Yeah, he's doing
Okay.
another shot of whiskey.
Yeah. Oh, is that the one where he'll actually pass out and then you wake up somewhere?
What was that?
If you get no, that's at some place where you get a drink from somebody like, I don't know, silly Patty or something. You get a drink from her and you actually go like this and then you wake up in different places.
Probably. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if I'm going to pass out now.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
He's drunk.
Monica's got to be working. Pat,
What?
when David was here,
Yeah.
I sat him down and I sat there and I said, okay, explain to me what happened to you. So I got a story to tell you.
Okay.
And I he never told me this before, but he was wounded. He got a Purple Heart.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
No. I mean, he didn't say that at the 40th reunion when I was talking to him.
Yeah.
But this time I finally sat him down and I said, okay, come on. I said, you and I were both in the shit. I said, you more than me. So let's tell me what happened. And he told me the whole story. So tomorrow night, when you come up for dinner, I got a story to tell you.
Okay.
For everybody out there who want to know what was going on, an old high school Air Force buddy was in town, and we went out to dinner on Wednesday night. And David Chung is a dear, good friend. I've like I said, it's high school. We were in building trades together, and then we went our separate ways after high school. And then he had just gotten back from Nam, and he was in Nam. He was at Benoit, and he had just gotten back from Nam, and I think I had just gotten back from Thailand, or he had gotten whatever. And we bumped into each other at Nellis, and actually he knew Sandy and your mom and Richard and everybody else we were all running with. He was running with them too. and that was quite funny. But he got wounded over there, and I asked him to tell. I said, if it didn't hurt and you didn't mind or anything else, tell me the story. And he told me the story and what happened to him.
Okay.
So
Oh, he really is drunk.
who?
This guy on the game.
Oh,
I just jumped my street bike off the cliff. I got to get away from the cops too. I was throwing tear gas at people.
holy smokes! Long phone call from Monica.
Yeah.
Well, I was surprised that we made it an hour. I didn't think I was going to hang for an hour, and I did. So cool.
Why just nobody was coming on?
No, it's just whether, me having,
Enough to talk about?
enough to talk about for the 2 hours. I mean,
Yeah.
so, oh gosh, David says, oh gosh, the game looks like fun. I don't know. He just picked this up. Usually he was playing Fortnite, and now he's playing this. So,
Yeah. Fortnite got boring.
no, and then the other thing is I'm thinking of doing another format of the live show, and I tried it on last Sunday on Hazy Show, to where I set up the laptop in the garage like I was going to do when we were all working in there on Friday.
Yeah.
Last Friday, the T-Dub was here.
Yeah.
But I worked it and I got it, took some time and worked it to where I perfected it. And I was on Hazy Show live from the garage, and I was able to move the tripod around because I got a 20-foot USB cable to sit there so I can move the camera around. So now when I do this, I want to find a co-host who will be with me for the full 2 hours to read the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So then I can work on the car and show what I'm doing on the car. But I'll do a video tomorrow and just update everybody what's going on in the car.
Okay.
But I got to change that breather out on the dishwasher. It started leaking.
On the sink?
Where the breather on the sink, the overflow
Yeah.
in the sink to where it points on the sink, started leaking underneath. I came out the other day and there was a puddle underneath the sink after I ran the dishwasher. So I got to change that breather out. I'll do that tomorrow. Breezy's Bike Shop's back. Welcome back, Breezy. Monica joined us and my son Pat joined us. Monica's on the phone doing work, and Pat's playing Grand Theft Auto. And I'm drinking beer and shots of tequila. So now you're all up to date. And you, Dizzy, sent me a video that I shared with everybody.
Yeah.
And he took everything down off his wall. Breezy, you wouldn't recognize his living room that he's watching us, and he took everything down off the wall.
Why
So David, if you want this, read the article or whatever, let me know, and I'll ask T-Dub if I could send it to you when I get done with it.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm drinking beer and watching the show. There you go, David. Actually, I could do a show up in the hobby room and get back on the Corsair, which I haven't done in a while.
Darn work, always getting in the way of my YouTube time.
Yeah. You gotta stop this work stuff, Monica.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give it up.
Good. Work's overrated.
I know. Need to go back to playing that lottery and be a winner. Chicken dinner.
I was waiting for that. Dead silence.
I know.
Yep.
Let's see. You're drinking a beer and watching the show.
Yeah.
I wish I would drink.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks, David Collins.
Well, wait. Is Kenny going to be on? I thought last week he said he might be going down to Arizona. He had a family emergency. Let me text Kenny and find out.
You're on live, buddy.
I think of Kenny and I think of South Park for some reason.
This is true. Oh, I'm the host.
Poor
You're the
Kenny. We got a lot of rain yesterday. Did you guys get any rain today going out that way?
Our rain came last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got a little bit last
Got you
night.
guys last night then.
Hold on, David. I'm texting him.
Hiya, Dizzy, if you're still watching. He's not in chat. I'm just waving to him in case he's
I don't
watching.
know why you won't be in the chat. I mean, just
It's okay. You know, because everyone starts talking to him and maybe he just wants to watch. No, we all got to do what we got to do when we got to do it. So,
yep. I understand. I think a lot of Kenny got a good impression. Well, David, if we do a party, then you'll be able to meet him. Chopper.
Hey.
Chopper's Rules in the house. What's
hi,
going
Chopper's
on?
Rule.
Have they put those fires out down under yet? We don't get too much on the news on it anymore.
No, probably not.
Bye, Shandog. Have a good weekend.
Good night, Shandog. Have a fun weekend. See you on Hazy's on Sunday. I'm at work this morning waiting for my truck to be unloaded. Okay.
Yeah, Hazy said he's only going to do a couple more or something.
Yeah, 4 more. He wants to go to 100 and stop.
What, 100 shows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I ought to hold his branding iron ransom.
Yeah, you should.
We had some rain that put some of the fires out. Are they still
good.
going? So, Mark, are they still going on? So, Monica, should I hold it ransom?
Nah, he's a good guy.
Okay.
Just make him pay for shipping.
Some are still, Chopper said some are still burning. Okay.
Yeah. I think
That beer is
there's a
pretty
lot.
funny, though.
Yeah, Nevada sent some smoke jumpers down under to help.
Yeah, they sent some BLM. Yeah.
So that's cool.
Maybe I should just let these guys complete the mission.
Monica, what are you doing?
This poster paper's too long. I'm folding it half and then cutting it for activist posters. It's one of the activities.
Oh, okay. I'm sitting there going, what the heck is this girl doing?
Yeah. Easy work, just time consuming.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Right? Nobody wants to do it. They would let them try to fill up a huge page like this, and it's only a 3-hour event.
Mm-hmm.
We got like 3 staff people who really never have worked like professionally at all. They've got a lot to learn. That's all I'm going to say.
Get your bed, buddy.
Where's Dexter?
He's laying in his bed next to my phone.
Oh, Kenny just sent me.
Huh?
No, Kenny just sent me a text. David, no, don't know when I'll be back. I'm in AZ helping at my aunt after my aunt. Oh, Kenny, I'm sorry. His
His
aunt
aunt
passed
passed
away
away?
Friday.
Aw.
My
So,
condolences, Kenny.
Choppers, Street Rider 100 is in Arizona right now, David. So he's not going to have a show tomorrow. And he said, no, don't know when I'll be back. I'm in AZ helping after my aunt passed away.
Am I making a lot of noise?
No.
Okay.
What do I know? I'm deaf in one ear and can't hear out the other.
All right. I mean, that's not great, but I mean, that way if I'm loud, you can't hear me.
Hey, 7 years working the flight line for the Air Force. Come on. Pat can tell you I can't hear shit.
Yeah.
See?
Can't get over that. Oh, my guys are hard at work. Okay. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
All right, so we heard from Kenny, Street Rider 100. He will not be on this weekend. He's in AZ. I'll tell him, Mark. Thank you. I'll thank you for him. Here, he just sent me a picture. Said he got 3 inches of snow last night.
He looks like Santa during the summer.
Cookie is getting a new ride this year. Cool. Uh-oh. Hold on. T-Dub stuck in traffic.
Here,
Traffic.
Yeah,
good old Texas traffic.
that's not a fun place to be. Not in Dallas-Fort Worth traffic, that's for sure. Been there, done that. Oh, Pat,
Yeah.
tomorrow when you're here, let's put together a carb rebuilding kit.
What's that?
Let's put together a carb rebuilding kit.
Let's put together one?
Well, no, I got one, but let's put together what we're going to need that T-Dub doesn't have, rags and stuff.
Oh. Oh, you already ordered that kit from Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here,
Beautiful day of shoveling snow.
this is Kenny in Arizona.
Right here in the mountains of Arizona.
Pretty. I never see snow in California. It's been since like 76, I
20
think.
years old shovel snow since we lived in New York.
Oh my goodness. Taking forever.
Now, what are you doing out there?
He's going to whack you up the side of the head with that shovel, Kenny. Well, Kenny went live.
I'm alive. Oops. Five to 8 inches, Breezy. Welcome back, by the way. I'm tired from drinking last night. I want to go home.
Tired from drinking. What were you drinking?
Jack Daniel's honey. and lots of it.
Doing shots? You were doing shots with Jimmy C?
No, Jimmy couldn't do it because he's sick. I had to do his shots.
Oh. Oh, that's right. He was on antibiotics.
Yeah, he had this cough and ended up being pneumonia and an ear infection.
That's where I'm at. I can't have any booze since I'm on amoxicillin right now.
Pat, you're still on antibiotics, aren't you?
Yeah.
Ah, Kenny's in the chat. There you go, David.
What's up, Kenny?
Kenny, sorry for your loss, man.
My condolences, sir.
Freeway.
Holy smokes. Breezy's Bike Shop says he's getting 5 to 8 inches tonight. You keep that stuff. None here. Monica's catching up on the chat. I can see it in her eyes.
Yeah.
Hi, Rotterfiles.
You're going to sleep, go upstairs. You're going to sleep, go upstairs.
All right, Mark, you have a good day. Chopper's Rules taking off.
Later, Choppers Rule. Bye, Mark.
Well, Chopper. Bye, Mark.
I hope you get those fires out down there. And maybe one day. Ooh, Kenny's saying hi to Monica.
Where?
He says, howdy, Monica.
Oh. Oh, Kenny is Rotterfiles.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's Rotter Files or Street Rotter 100. Kenny's had several names.
I wish these scissors were just sharp enough to just go like, oh, well, they kind of are.
All right, we're going to take a shortcut. We're going to jump the mountain.
So, Kenny, you there for about the next week or so?
At least, I would say. Oh, dude's got an oppressor.
Oh, you have an oppressor too?
I don't. I wish I did.
Oh, my friend has one. And every time he gets in, I go whoosh, whoosh. When he's in his car, I go vroom, vroom.
I wish I had one.
A compressor?
Oppressor.
No, it's called an oppressor. It's a vehicle in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh.
It's like a flying motorcycle.
Yeah, but it like can't be destroyed.
12th of February.
But you can fall off of it.
Kenny said he's going to probably have to be there until the 12th of February. Dang. Okay. My condolences again, man. 12th of February. Yeah, we will have left and come back from Grapevine, Texas, and you'll still be in Arizona.
My birthday's next month.
Cool.
I'm going to be 51.
Sweet
51.
16, Sweet 16, never been kissed, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hey,
I'll be 51.
I'll buy. Hey, I'm old. I'm gullible. I'll buy anything. Once.
Oh, man.
Got to sell the house. Okay.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Not even going in the right direction.
So you're going to be cleaning out everything? And oh, God. I remember when I had to do that at my dad's house. I don't envy you one bit, Kenny.
It's hard to let go
I
of
had to go
things.
back. My dad passed away in February. We spent 2 weeks there starting to organize it. I came back in May and spent 3 weeks and finished up cleaning it up. And then my sister, the rocket scientists that they are, decided they wanted to have a garage sale. And I told them, I said, let's just donate everything and write everything, use it to write on the taxes on the estate. And no, we want a garage sale. I think if I shot all 3 of them, that nobody would have convicted me, though.
Yeah, I had a friend who was the closest to her mother, and then when she passed away, the younger brother just tried to come in because he wanted his daughter to live in the house, and they just wanted to get rid of everything when she was the one who was with the mother and dad every day. And they then tried to go and sell and try to make all this money, and they didn't even give it to the daughter who was there all the time. And then she ended up taking a bunch of the stuff back to her house because it didn't mean anything to them, you know, and it had a lot of sentimental value and certain things that she knew her mother liked, you know.
Well, let me put it to you this way, Monica. I've got, around my dad at the time, there were 4 of my siblings, my brothers and sisters living around
Uh-huh.
my dad. My youngest brother, Jerry, was the only responsible person. The other 3 girls were just fruit picks, and they still are. And I was just so worried for Jerry because he has 1 kidney, stress levels can get to him, and could sit there and just totally knock him out. And I just sat there and I got my wife Nancy, and we started inventorying all my dad's clothes to give to the donate. And I said, inventory this stuff. And we started inventorying it and putting it in big plastic bags, getting it all organized and everything else. And my oldest sister, who's don't take offense on this, but she's a see you next Tuesday type of girl, that she got all upset with me and my wife for doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy sometimes siblings, especially if they aren't the closest to you, how when someone dies, they just I don't know.
Brings out the worst in people.
It can, you know, and it's suddenly like they deserve something, and I don't know.
It brings out the worst in them, but then they stop thinking. I think all common sense goes away. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Well, common sense ain't so common these days
I
anyway.
donated a lot of it. It was consignment shop and helped the homeless. Cool, Kenny. They even came out and picked the stuff up and carried it off. Outstanding, Kenny. We did ally at Goodwill today. Not much there. Up here, it's a camp ski resort town. Okay, all right.
Nice.
Okay, that's the way it goes. I mean, there was really nothing I wanted from except my dad back.
All right, last bits. Last ones.
You're still cutting?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yep. Okay. A lot. Okay. Well, it is a lot.
Sorry, I was sticking my tongue out at Pat.
Sorry, I can't even see it. I'm on my phone. The screen's so damn small.
I keep thinking he's looking at me, but he's looking at the dog.
No, I'm looking at the phone.
Oh, I
right,
thought the
Kenny.
dog still had it.
Kenny, you be good. And again, my condolences, man.
Take it easy, Kenny.
God bless you, Kenny.
My phone's dying fast.
Ah.
Another beer. Shortly.
Yeah, I'm
Almost
only
there.
26%.
Holy smokes, we made it to 4 o'clock. Well, we got to hang at least for 30 minutes to see if T-Dub makes it.
Nah, I don't think he will. He's stuck in traffic.
Uh-oh. Monica's phone now.
Pickerick. Pickerick is live.
Where's Dexter?
Chilling in his.
Is he all exhausted from getting? Oh, look at him. Got laid yesterday, and look at him sleeping.
He's
it off.
so cute.
Hey,
Dexter.
Anna's in the house. What's going on, buddy?
Dexter. Dexter.
He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
I know, but I always talk to dogs.
He got laid last night. He ain't going to talk to you much.
He didn't get
2
laid. He
nights
just
ago.
got his hump on. That's all.
Yeah, it's 2 nights ago. We might have to go back this weekend.
Okay. I still have visions
Thankfully,
when
the
I
girls
was. I have visions of what your brother at 8 years old sitting there being flopped in the breeze behind a leash of a Siberian Husky who realized that he's going to get his on.
Mm-hmm.
Snip, snip.
Yeah. I don't think
Katana, you ever saw your Camaro? I don't know if my brother ever called you or not.
Hi, 88 Katana.
I'll have to call and ask him. You're still cutting poster board?
Yeah, these are the last ones. There's usually about 100 and something people that come through there, so I got to make sure there's enough.
Okay. Well, you guys entertain everybody. I'll be back in a minute. I got to get another beer.
Oh, I want to drink. I told myself I could only drink on Thursdays now, though. Only Thursdays with Jimmy.
Oh, there's a guy who almost hit me.
They say some funny stuff in GTA.
Oh my goodness.
It's hilarious.
It really is. I don't even think I spun the wheel at the casino yet. I should probably go do that.
My friend always goes around punching people on the street, and then seeing what kind of money they have in their pockets. And I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I find that funny.
Yeah, I only do that in story mode.
Yeah. Maybe
I'm
because you can't do it in real life. I think it's funny that you can do it in.
Exactly. Yeah, I only do that in story mode because then I don't have to worry about guys coming back and playing
Yeah.
online. So that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm playing online. Ooh, trying to get missions done.
Yeah. Do you play any other games?
Fortnite. I have some Black Ops that I play sometimes, but I haven't played in a while. The
Fine,
gaming
David,
world has
fine.
The gaming world got kind of lame lately.
Yeah.
David Collins, Monica, I'm sorry you're still working and no drinking.
I know. I've heard him. Said, fine, fine. I'm on site at his high school, too. Some people try, yeah, you drink, Monica, at work and everything. And I'm like, no, I don't.
You can't. You're using scissors.
No, I really thought, the Thursdays with Jimmy, because I'm like, whoa, I can drink quite a bit. I mean, I get hammered, but I'm not like, I'm tired the next day. I'm not really like hungover,
Mhm.
But then because Jimmy will some people will give him like $5 super chats for he'll chug, but he drinks this stuff called Larceny.
Called what?
Larceny.
Larceny?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a nice bourbon that David, the producer, suggested for him. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and so then I was trying to do the shots and little ones with the Jack Honey. And within like 20 minutes, I'm just like, I don't know how you do it, Jimmy. I don't know how you do it. I can't be you.
He's a professional.
He is. And I got Joseph Roll in the chat going, chug, chug, chug. Mrs. Donna Cantor, Mrs. Anthony's wife.
I'm gonna have to go hang out on this show next Thursday.
Yeah, you got to check out it Thursday. We have a really good time.
Yeah, done it already today.
That's okay. Get hammered on Thursday for my show on Friday. Is that a warm up for me?
Yeah.
I don't get hangovers usually, but I don't want to do anything the next day.
Yeah, I'm just really tired, David. Yeah. But I'm pretty good about drinking water too on the stream, and I always have snacks.
There you go.
And Christmas season, I teased them. I showed them some tamales that we had made, and I was eating those tamales on the stream, and everyone was like, "Ah!"
Oh man, homemade tamales,
Yep,
pork, beef, chicken.
pork, and we do chicken too, and then we
man.
do some green chili and cheese ones.
Nice.
Yeah, and I made menudo too.
Well, I better not let Nancy hear that.
This is true.
The only other thing that would top that is if you said you made sopapillas, and then she'd really get upset.
So yes.
Yeah, in case you haven't figured it out, my wife's Hispanic, Monica.
Oh, well, it's so funny. People used to always like when we go, out to lunch or dinner, whatever. You want Mexican food? And I'm like, no. I don't crave Mexican food,
Yeah, the funny thing about it is that one of our favorite restaurants is called Viva Macados,
Uh-huh.
and it's a Mexican restaurant that Nancy, my wife, knows the owners. It's a brother and sister who own it, and it's awesome. Pat's been there, and it's awesome. And that's where we went Wednesday night for dinner when my buddy was in town.
Yeah.
We took him over to Viva Macados. And yeah, I go for the margaritas myself. With the food.
Nice.
Yeah. I can chill on Friday. That's my day off. Okay.
Yeah, I
Hey,
might have to start taking some Fridays off.
Hey, David, I got days off 7 days a week now.
Stop bragging.
Uh-oh, Pat's hard at it. Look at the concentration.
I'm playing roulette. I'm waiting to see where the ball drops.
Red or black?
Red. All right. I won $50.
Is this still Grand Theft Auto?
No, it's playing roulette. Oh, at the casino. That's right.
Yeah, in the casino.
Casino. Do you have my friend has a dance club as one of his places.
Yeah, I haven't bought one yet.
I only work 3 days a week. Nice having the free time. Yes, it is. Be back in a few. Need to shovel snow.
No,
I
you too?
told you need to move out here, dude. Forget that snow shoveling stuff.
Forget that heat stuff
He
too,
just made
though.
me cold. Look at he just made me feel cold. Oh, shoveling snow. Oh, ooh.
I think I'd rather the cold than the heat now that I'm older.
No, I'll take the heat over the cold anytime. I mean,
I run hot, so I don't know.
you say you run.
Yeah, I'm always warm. Every time I say that, Jimmy says, "Yeah, you do." He likes to.
I was going to come back with a snappy comeback, but I figured. Gaffa's in the house. going on, Gaffa?
And okay. That's it.
Yep, plus folks can't drive in it,
What,
do less
Pat?
than the speed limit and have time. Okay.
I'm seeing how good my iPad is
No,
charged.
I keep saying this, and I'll keep saying it until the day I die. That's one of the main reasons why I moved out of the Midwest and came to Las Vegas. No frickin' snow.
No freaking snow. Last one.
I'll take the cold. I'll take the heat over the cold any day. Because the cold, to get warm, you got to keep putting clothes on.
Yeah, but you can put more clothes on than you can take off.
Yeah, but think about it. Eventually, you'll get
I
naked.
have.
Eventually, you get naked.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't walk around that way.
In your house, you can.
Yeah, but I'm not always in my house. The school we were at before this one didn't have any kind of oh no, did it? It didn't have any air conditioning, and oh my gosh, sweltering heat. I don't know how they put the kids through that.
Monica Katana says, if I can talk my girlfriend into it, I would, Tom. LOL.
Right.
Hey,
When I had my own place, I did, but
that's David and I were talking about this on Wednesday night. We were sitting there talking about basic training. After you're in basic training, after you're probably about 3/4 of the way through basic training, and the Air Force knows that you're going to make it through basic training and go on to tech school. They put out what is called a dream sheet, and it's where do you want your first duty assignment? And I'm sitting there amongst, and you got to realize I'm sitting there amongst 50 other guys, and they're all sitting there going, wow, if I take Chanute Air Force Base, I'll be 20 minutes from home. If I take this, I'll be 10 minutes from home. I'll be 30 minutes. And they're all going down this, and I'm looking at them and go, you guys are all idiots. And they go, what do you mean? I said, you signed your life away for the next 4 years, okay? You gave the government your life for the next 4 years. And the first thing you want to do is run home. I said, why don't you travel on their dime? And they go, what do you mean? I said, I'm from Northern Illinois, and where I want to go is my first pick was Nellis Air Force Base, Las Vegas, Nevada, George Air Force Base, Victorville, California, and Luke Air Force Base, Phoenix, Arizona. And what I got was Nellis, my first pick. Far away from home and away from the frickin' snow.
so what I'm hearing is you don't really like snow.
Not growing up in it anymore. I'll go snow. In my youth, I used to still go snow skiing. Both my boys snowboard, but not to go out and shovel it. I'll go to the snow. I don't want it coming to me.
What for? No, you're not going to do that.
No more shoveling snow.
That's it.
Instead of no more wire hangers. Do you know the movie?
I think I do. I'm not sure. No wire hangers.
No wire hangers. What is it, Pat?
The name of the movie is like the tip of my tongue right now. I'm trying to think of it.
It's Mommy Dearest. Faye Dunaway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She didn't want wire hangers. I think she must have associated wire hangers with poverty or something.
I don't know. So you all done cutting up?
Yep.
Oh, Monica spent time cutting up, and she's all done.
And how many I did? I did this many.
Damn.
Yes. This should be enough. Mo?
Mo?
I'm doing no mo. No mo, Breezy. No mo. No mo.
Okay.
No mo. No mo. Name the song, Pat. He's on. Leave me alone.
Who is that, though? No, I'm trying to think who that is.
Yeah, well, we had a
I've heard the
loss.
song a million times.
Well, we had a loss in our rock world. last week.
Neil Peart.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
God. And then to come to find out that the real reason why Rush stopped touring I heard it was arthritis in Alex's hands, but then it comes down to is that Neil had the brain
cancer.
tumor, and he wanted to start taking care of it. And that's what a loss. And in my book, he was the world's greatest rock drummer.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him and Keith Moon live, and I still like him better live than I did Keith Moon. Keith was good, but Neil was better. In my views. Okay, don't want to start anything out there. Okay, now what's Monica doing?
Sorting
So-
papers.
You get this one, you get that one, you get this one.
No,
you-
let's put all the ones in the same stack. That's what I'm doing.
You're sorting.
I'm sorting.
Sorting.
I'm sorting. I get paid 25, 30 cents an hour to do this.
To sort.
It's kind of a slow day because
Yeah,
we've
you
been
get it.
focusing on the event. So,
Okay.
yeah. Look at these people give us a lot of money. Aren't they cute?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
They're very generous people. Very.
That's awesome.
Did I tell you that my boss is retiring? I'm going to have a new executive director in a couple months.
Uh-oh, here we go. Hey, T-Dub.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. Boy, you look excited.
It's 4 days, 15-hour days, and then the field trip today. Yeah, I'm done.
Good night.
Well, school's out, right?
Yeah,
Or school's
and already?
No, this is the first week.
Oh, you got one more week?
You better have a baby.
Yep.
Oh,
No, it
I'm
was
sorting.
With the light off.
That looks like fun. After the class ended, I would stay there for 2 or 3 hours and work with John.
Oh,
Huh?
okay.
The bet.
You missed me cutting, and now I'm sorting.
Hold on.
The power button on the side.
Maybe I'm still drunk from last night.
Sounds like a plan.
Look for the one that says power. It has a little circle on it.
25.30, which is not much because it's nonprofit, but it is what it is.
The top button, Jody, on the top of the circle.
Well, I figured I'd give you an update
You're
on
gonna have to
what I'm
wait
doing.
then.
This is the one thing I found. You can put the tweeter here, and then the speaker there,
Oh, is that the kick panel?
Oh my God, I'm doing.
or you can mount it anywhere. So I mean, it's where you can do it on the door panel, you can do it on the kick panel.
I'll tell you then.
Excuse
I
me.
sat there and I figured I'd get these, which you
Oh,
can
okay.
use a pillar, and you can see right here, you can cut them, split them,
Mm-hmm.
so I can mount these on
Just
big
go
pillar.
back to watching your damn phone. Don't worry about it.
So I'm still
Quit
ordering
messing with it before you break them.
everything.
Emily, will you go on my desk and get my wireless headphones? Thank you.
Who are you talking to, Pat?
The youngest kid over here that doesn't know how to listen.
I work for nonprofit.
Brianna?
I don't make 30
No, that's the oldest.
David.
X or Y chromosome?
It's not John. Jody.
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 He's the youngest.
Hi, Emily.
I'm surprised my boss isn't here. Hey, you're upside down. I really love your colors on your sweater.
It's pajamas out.
Oh, really cute. I like it.
Violet.
I like your bangs too. You look good with bangs.
She's backed by our puppy, so second.
What? I like it when kids are here.
Am I
and
still-
all.
Huh? You think they're going to win this weekend?
You know they are.
There you go.
Well, any given Sunday, but I'm very hopeful. Very hopeful.
Well, I'll tell you, you got one fan who hopes they win, because I can't stand the Packers.
Yeah, I like the Packers,
I don't.
but I like when they lose against us.
Monica.
The Bears.
There you go.
I used to love that skit on Saturday Night Live. Who's going to win? The Bears.
The Bears.
142-22 or something. They would always make ridiculous scores that
The Bears.
the Bears were going to win.
Well, what I'm doing, T-Dub, is I'm getting
That
all
was
the
back when
parts.
Saturday Night Live was entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm getting
Okay.
all the parts together before I do anything else. So. Monica's sorting at $25.30 an hour.
Shoot,
Yep.
I'll do that.
It's grueling work. I come home tired, so tired every day.
I would really love it if I could sort at my current salary.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
do more than sorting. It's just, oh, gotta go.
Bye.
Bye.
Her boss just came in.
Oh my God, this is the last lap. I'm so done with it.
Pat's playing Grand Theft
GTA.
Auto. So, all right. Well, you got one more week. Well, today was at the AT&T Stadium, wasn't it? The tour?
No, they wouldn't let us do the tour there today. So we went to their practice facility at the Star.
Oh. What was going on there today?
I don't know. I
McCarthy's
don't know. I wasn't
tour.
privy to that information.
Oh, okay.
I know there wasn't anything with the Jones family because they were at the Star, actually. There were a bunch of players and all the coaches and stuff were at the Star today.
Oh, okay. Did they pick a new head coach yet?
Yeah, Mike McCarthy. old
Hold on.
Packers
Let me
coach.
log out and come back in. I can't hear anybody.
Okay.
Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
All right, I'll be back.
All right. They picked McCarthy?
Yeah, Packers head coach.
I didn't hear that. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
hear that.
It's been that way for like a week, I want to say.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I heard one thing that what's his name's looking to become offensive coordinator for the Giants, though.
Who? The old coach?
Garrett. Garrett, the ex-coach.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Okay.
He's going to have a hard time getting a job, though.
All right. How's it now, T-Dub?
Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. No, I didn't know that the Dallas Cowboys picked McCarthy.
Yep.
Yeah, they picked McCarthy.
Okay. This ought to be interesting then.
Yep.
This should be interesting. And did he offer what's the quarterback? Did he offer him? Did they get that contract solved? Or?
Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
working on it.
I don't. Yeah, they're working on it. They
Okay.
want to keep him.
Yeah. In worst case, they're going to tag him.
They're going to take. Okay.
Give him the franchise tag. Just keep him around.
Yep. Make him the highest paid quarterback in the league for a year, and then
Until somebody else becomes the highest paid quarterback. Or
what?
here you go.
Tom
to whoever
Brady
wins
when
the
he makes
Super
his
Bowl,
deal.
Tom Brady.
or whenever the guy who wins the quarterback who wins the Super Bowl makes his deal.
Look at it this way. It's going to be a great Super Bowl because the Patriots aren't in it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got caught cheating again, so didn't they with the Bengals or something? I read something that they were videoing the
That was
Bengals.
a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but this retribution's going to come down the pike. They said on that.
No, it's not. Shit ain't gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen to them.
Yeah. Nothing.
Okay. What after you cheat so many times, you get a free ride then?
No, Roger Goodell's bank account went up by a few zeros, so they shut up.
You mean Mr. Kraft paid Mr. Griselle a few dollars and it all went away?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying? Oh, okay. All right. I just got to understand this stuff, you know. I'm old. I'm in this house. I leave a sheltered life. So just need to understand.
I got you.
Okay. Oh, Pat's gone. Pat's a dog pimp.
Just texting on the iPad.
Oh, talking with John, some changes for NFPA 13 on the discharge committee.
Yeah.
The list of 50 or about 50 things that you have to have on your plans when you submit them to the HJ.
You got to
It's
be kidding.
they're changing that in its entirety.
That whole what is it? 82 item list that needs to be on the plans. They're rewriting that whole thing.
Yep.
Your daughter's behind you.
I know. One of them has
Big braces.
no, get away with that shit.
What?
She does something to create fake braces and
She takes rubber band.
looks like one of those fucking retarded rappers.
No.
So I pretty much feel about that shit as how you did when I pierced my ear.
Oh, okay. Now you know the feeling?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So what are fake braces? In other words, it's like wax that they put on their teeth that look like braces?
I think she folds up a gum wrapper or something. I don't even know. If I probably knew what it was, I probably would flip out.
Oh. Call her tinsel teeth.
Ow, ow. Ow, please stop, please stop. Please stop.
We're bringing a carb kit and everything else. We'll need to go get carb cleaner and everything. We'll finish up the ATC when we're there in February.
Okay.
So get some gas and we'll see how bad the girls can tear up your backyard.
Oh God, I didn't even think about taking
Not
that
big
thing out
enough.
back
You're gonna
there.
need a bigger field than that.
Where can we go?
We used to ride it around Sandy and Richard's backyard.
Yeah, but then we
Not
went
sure, but
across. Then we went across that big field. Well, that open field back then across Decatur.
Yeah, yeah. Kitty corner to the Cinedome movie theater.
Yeah.
Nothing Grand Theft Auto froze on me.
So, is there any area around you where you can take it?
Other than an open
There's
parking
an
lot,
OATV
no,
park.
nothing that's public.
Well, it's got to be grass. It
Just
can't
that-
be asphalt.
Maybe
Just that OHV park.
Yeah, there's an OHV park in not Flower Mound.
Trophy
Yeah,
Club.
Trophy Club. That's
Okay.
right. Good job, Pat.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll have to get him a brain bucket.
Yeah, I was looking into that.
Okay. All right. Well, we're at 4:30. We're at 2 hours for the show.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, why don't we call it?
All
wanna-
right.
Okay.
I want to thank everybody for coming and watching and hanging out. And David Collins, Monica, 88 Katana,
Nice everybody.
who's shoveling snow, Rotter Files, Kenny, Breezy's Bike Shop, Chopper's Rule, who's out working right now, got his truck loaded, Shan Dog, everybody, I want to thank you. And we'll pick you up next week. Ooh, who's that? Okay. We'll pick
Evelyn.
you up next week, and everybody have a good evening. Later.
See you guys later.
He waving.
See you guys later.
No,